Good morning, guys. Brianna and Richard here from All Around Covington. Before we get started, I just want to thank the Chamber for giving us this topic, the new norm of networking. It is becoming very normal to have some changes with everything that's going on. But thank you again for choosing us for the Lunch League this week. So, since we are all around Covington, we are video based. So, we thought, what if we put together a presentation that is video, and we will be using a platform kind of like Zoom to kind of show you guys exactly what you should be doing when it comes to networking. So,
Yeah.
how are you,
So
Richard?
we're excited for being here. Thank you guys for letting us be a part of this. As Brianna said, um, you know, what we hope today is that we can share with you some of the tips and things that you can be doing in your small business to help get out during this time and do networking. Since we don't have very many live events, although we are getting out a little bit more, we know that we're able to get together now for our B2B meetings, and we're doing our coffee calls and things like that. So thank you to the Chamber for helping get those back going so that we can get out and be face to face. But we know that a lot of our stuff is still online.
Yeah.
Um, and we're still using things like Zoom and WebEx. And the one that you're watching today with us is StreamYard, and it allows you to have multiple people on the screen and talk to them and do video conferencing. So this is just one tool that we use. And it's you can also go live to your social
Yeah.
platforms straight out of StreamYard. It's easy, and one of the things that we chose to do in using this platform over the others is because you're able to take a link and send it directly to them through either Skype or the email or text it to them. And they don't have to download anything to join the meeting. With the other platforms, you had to download software and sign up for stuff. This allows you to just send a link, click the link, puts you right in the back office, and then the person controlling the meeting is able to just click them right in to the broadcast. So it makes it really simple and easy. And this is StreamYard, and it's not very expensive to get. It's a monthly subscription. You can
Yes.
pay it by the year. I know we just purchased an annual subscription, and I don't think it was more than about $12-15 a month.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's a very neat and very cool tool to use. So we're going to talk about some things that you can do right now to be networking. So you know we often get the question, so how do we go about getting our products and services out there? And one of the ways that Brianna and I have tried to help during this time is with our AAC community highlights.
Yes.
And so I'll let Brianna talk a little bit about that because she does a great job at directing that for us. And then I'm going to do the little background here, and I'm going to pop it on the screen for you guys to see.
Yeah. So, networking is networking. We just need to find other new tools to rebuild relationships or even, make new connections and start new relationships with people. And as long as you have like the right mindset and the right concept before you start networking, that's one of the major things. Who can I help? That's one of the major questions you should be asking yourself when you're in a networking event. But as Richard was talking about, when the pandemic first hit really hard and everyone was kind of sitting at home doing nothing on Facebook, we decided to come up with our AAC community highlights where we interview all of the local business owners here in Covington. I think we've done, how many have we done? Eight or nine?
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was about 8 or 9 altogether. These are some of the first ones that we did coming up, with Fish and then Dr. Jamie with Covington Family Chiropractic. We did Mark Ross over at Right at Home and Lisa. Then
Woven.
Yeah, and so just come on through. You'll see we did an interview with Dr. Clark over at GPTC talking about the college and some of the different programs that they have going on.
Mhm.
There's our lovely Brenda Landers. And it's just really cool to be able to do these things and share time. And you can do them live or you can record them.
Yeah.
Uh, that's really the neat part about it. So if you don't feel comfortable doing a live event, record it.
Right, right. And like we said, this is open to any of the local businesses in our area. So if you want us to kind of get your business out there um, and interview you as the business owner, we would love to do that. That's just another way for businesses to get their story out there because that's what people want to hear. People want to hear the story about your business and how you got started and what inspired you to become a business owner. So I think that is very important.
Hmm. So one other thing before we go on, just to show you a couple of platforms, like you guys are, wondering what you could do, what you could use. Zoom
Mhm.
is one of them. Everybody knows Zoom by now. Probably you've been on a Zoom call at some
Yeah.
point with the chamber or
School.
clients. Yeah, school. If you've got kids at home, school. Uh,
Yes.
then there's Cisco WebEx, which is awesome as well. But just kind of want to show you a couple of those. And then again, using Facebook Messenger, you can, reach out to people that way and do videos through Facebook as well. So,
Awesome.
all right.
So, and I also want to touch on a couple of things that you can do to help strengthen yourself to expand your network. Um, One of the things that people don't really look at is their social profile. Having a nice, wonderful headshot on your social profiles will make people want to connect with you on
Mhm.
a different level. I do think that's something that people don't think about. And as a business owner, I know we talked about this a couple of minutes ago, Richard, about creating how you can create content for your business. Video is the new thing. That is how you should be creating new content through video, and that can be anything. That could be staff interviews. That can be testimonials or Q&A. Those are some things that people want to see, especially when it comes to video about your business.
Yeah, the Q&A to me is
Yeah.
very, very important because you're answering their questions. You're answering your
Mhm.
client, your customer. You're answering what they're wanting to know about you and your business and your products and services, so that they can determine and make that determination whether they want to do business with you.
Yes.
You can also highlight, your website. If you have an e-commerce where you're selling stuff online, you can drive traffic to your e-commerce and still sell during something like a pandemic that we're going
Yeah.
through where people can't get out and shop.
Right.
They can shop. I mean, Amazon, guys, we know Amazon is blowing up,
Yes.
Walmart, these places that are taking orders online are huge. There's no reason why you can't do that locally in a small business as well. Um, I know, Brianna, you're going to show them a little bit more piece of expensive equipment. I'm going to show you something, guys. You have right now, if you look around, I guarantee you have one of these on you. It's your cell phone, right? We all have them. We don't leave home without them. I mean, what was the number? Like 98% of the people go to sleep at night with it right beside their bed.
Right. Yes.
You
Or in
know,
their hand.
yeah, within hands length, arm's length. But so look, you can go to Amazon and purchase a, a nice setup. This one right here, this is a tripod and it has a clip to hold your cell phone. You could set this up for right at about $100.
Yeah.
It depends on how much you want to spend. You could spend less. Uh, this is a different, little bit different tripod. It allows us to also use the camera that Brianna's going to show you, the
Yeah.
DSLR camera. Say that 3 times fast. But this camera is anywhere between what $500 to $2,500, depending on
Yeah.
what you want to spend. If you want to buy a nice camera and set it
Hmm.
up, but I'll let you talk a little bit more about that because she's a lot more familiar. I'm mainly the guy that helps her bring all the equipment in. She sets all our stuff up. She is our videographer and she is our professional there. So talk
Yes.
to them about that.
But yes, on a more professional level, I mean, you're obviously going to get a better quality
Hmm.
getting your video from something like this than you would your phone. But your phone is readily accessible, so that would probably be my first go-to, especially if there are businesses who really don't have a marketing budget or anything like that. Use your phone and always point it this direction, not this direction.
Yes. Yeah.
It needs to be like this when you're shooting video. But yeah, this is our Canon EOS Rebel TI-40. So it's amazing. You can really get some good stuff off of here. And apart from the lenses, your lenses are going to probably be the most. When you separate the lenses from the camera, that's probably going to be the most you're going to spend. But it could be upwards of $1,000 or so. It just depends on what kind of lens you want.
And you
But
got a mic with that, right?
yes, and you
Yeah.
can.
Boom
I
mic.
would, I would definitely get a mic. There, these cameras they do have mics on them, but they aren't very good. So if you can get you a little, I think we use a little Rode mic that sits on top of here, and you just connect it to the side of the camera, and that works better. It picks up better audio than the audio that the camera is actually picking up. So, but if you're going to do this, I I would say go ahead. But it takes a little bit of practice to get it how you want. So if you can just go jump on YouTube and find some tutorials about how you can,
User friendly, guys.
or you
You
can,
already use this on a daily basis. So I suggest if you don't have a huge budget, go with the cell phone deal. It's just simpler, easier to set up. But do product reviews. Talk about your products. Talk about
mhm,
your services. Do Q&As. Do live
yeah,
events. Record them. Post them on your social. Create groups. Um, we talked about this a while ago before we started recording this for you guys about different things. Have a group, a support group for your niche,
mhm,
your industry. Reach out to people in other areas that that are in business doing what you do. Create a support group. See what
yeah.
they're doing. You know,
Create a Facebook page.
yeah, create a Facebook page,
Mhm,
and that's huge. Do a members only Facebook
yep,
where you do events, and talk about different things. If your business is based around barbecue, and if you have a barbecue restaurant, maybe you do a barbecue Facebook group. Talk
yep.
about grilling and how to prepare meat, and
Recipes. Yeah.
right, share recipes. I mean, these are just different things. Some people, their whole business is online. I know of a young lady that we were talking about a while ago.
Yeah.
She sets up and she has a whole boutique online. She models the clothes, sells them, and has an Etsy shop and drives traffic to her Etsy shop. So
Hmm.
there's no reason why you can't sell and you can't get your message out about your products and services. We were talking about social profiles, and for people that do business to business, B2B, I would suggest strengthening your LinkedIn profile. You were talking about a while ago, Brianna, having that professional headshot, getting
Yes.
someone to do maybe a makeover of your profile for LinkedIn. Start reaching out, making connections with new people. And it might be that you have a huge network of folks,
Hmm.
Rolodex, but maybe you haven't reached out to those people in a while.
Yes.
Don't be afraid.
Touch
now
base
is a
with
great
them.
time.
Mhm.
You have a great platform springboard, so to speak.
Mhm.
Reach out and say, "Hey, guys, Bob, it's been a while since I've talked with you, and I just wanted to see how you and your family are." Uh,
Right,
and I think that we need to understand we need to keep it personable. It needs to not come across as salesy. You're
right.
networking, okay? You're making relationships. You're creating relationships. Networking is about creating relationships because in the end, people do business with people they have relationships with,
Yes.
and and they buy because they know you and they trust you, and it takes time to build those relationships.
Mhm.
So many times, and I know Brianna and I talk about this a lot at the office. We get bombarded by people wanting to sell us stuff, and
Yes.
they contact us through LinkedIn, and they're hey, we just want to introduce you, we saw you, and they don't even get to know us, and they're already pitching their
Mhm.
products and their services. I know nothing about you.
Mhm.
I'm not going to do business with you. That's not networking. Networking is building relationships, and we
Yes.
need to understand that. And you can do that in today's society with this pandemic, but you've got to do it, and it has to be genuine. Okay,
Yeah,
it
it's
can't be false.
right. It's about nourishing those existing relationships or, breaking through with the new ones and making sure that you're keeping those connections strong. Those
Hmm.
are the most important things when it comes to networking. And like you said, it's all about establishing a long-term relationship. So, yeah.
It is, and we can't forget, guys. You know, there's some old trusted methods of reaching out to people. Email, maybe write them a letter. Hey,
Yeah.
it still works. You know, we don't send out a lot, but when we send out packages and we have a signed, actual signed copy of a sales letter that we're sending out, or
Right.
information that we're sending out, we get a tremendous response back because it's signed, it's
Yes.
personable.
It's
Um,
handwritten.
you
Yeah.
know, we can just pick up the phone, have a phone conversation, call and ask them how they're doing, and
Yeah.
be genuine about it. So these are ways that we can network. We have the stuff readily available. We just don't think about it. And during something like a pandemic, we get worried, we get stressed, and we overthink, we overanalyze, and we don't realize everything that we need is sitting right in front of us,
Yes.
and it's easy access. We just have to be take a deep breath, slow down,
Yeah.
and think about what we want to do, and we can get through it. But that's just a few things that you can do to network during this time.
Right. Because like you said, everyone is a little nervous about what's going on, and all the tools that you need are in front of you. So you
Mhm.
just have to take a deep breath, figure it out, and hopefully everybody will come out on top of this.
Well, guys, it's about time to wrap this video up, and then we'll take any of your questions that you have live because we're here with you guys today. And we hope you have enjoyed this. We hope that you've gotten some value from it. And again, we look forward to answering any questions here in just a few seconds with you guys live today at the lunch link. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
All right. Bye bye.